It's me.
Well, welcome to the Mōtley Crōc Show. It is May 31st. I'm sitting here with Joe. He doesn't say much, but we also have Kim in from Alabama, so we figured we would just throw her on here today. It is the 31st of May, which is the last day of the month, and here comes another beautiful face I'm going to add into this beautiful picture. My friend, how are you? Jimmy, I don't hear you, buddy. I don't know if it's your earbuds or I'm not sure. No, I don't even hear you yet. That's weird. Can you hear us? Huh. He's logging back in. Did you see that? We lost him. He came and went. So anyways, Kim, what brings you down? And where are you? Did you bring those stinky little things back with you?
No, I told you they're at my friend's house.
Oh, so these stinky little things are baby possums, and possums are fun.
They're stinky.
Very stinky. Let's see what we got here. We're waiting on Jimbo to come back in. Heidi, what's going on? Good to see you, dude. There she is. Heidi's coming in to see us. That's awesome. Joe, what's going on?
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Joe. We're waiting for you to talk.
I was waiting for something to talk about.
I know. Can you guys hear Joe talk? Is he that quiet? Can you hear him? I got to smoke. I'm sorry. He's driving me crazy. I got to get lit up here. Reach out. Everybody who's on here, anybody can see us or they're chit-chatting or whatever. What's up? What's up, Angelia? How are you? And so we got people popping in, man. It's picking up faster and faster, and I promote drug use. Ricky fucking Martin. Speak up, he said.
Fuck you, Ricky.
You hear that, Rick? I hope so. Ricky Martin. What's up, Michelle? You doing? Michael, what's up, dude? Jimbo.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, my God. Like a dream.
Nice.
We have people popping in, but they always pop off. I think a lot of those are like secret watchers. We always get what's up. What's up, Joshua Cooper? How you doing, buddy? Ricky Martin said, I couldn't hear that. He don't talk loud. He doesn't. Especially when he always likes to sit far away, too. It's weird.
Who, Joe?
Yes.
Yeah, where's his skull so he can rub the forehead?
Sitting right up there.
Behind me.
It's right behind him.
There you go. I heard him that time.
Yeah, we can hear him when he speaks up. Sometimes when he has a little bit of his lung candy, he doesn't talk too much. What's going on, B?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hello.
Kim. I know that face.
So
Little surprise guest.
we were all out free handling today.
Sure.
Coke Zeros and things like that. So anyways, hi, Britt.
Hi, Heidi.
See that?
How's it
Okay.
going?
What's up, Mr. Goldblatt? How you living, bud? Yeah, we were out at the zoo today. So Joe and I went to the zoo. We were going to take Kim, but she was having family day. I know for a lot of you that don't know Kim very well, that's a big accomplishment in her life to have family day, to be able to spend time with her family and not come back suicidal. Can you say hi to Ricky Martin for me, Kim?
Hi, Ricky.
There we go. I just wanted to make sure, because Ricky said some stuff. And I just wanted to make sure you.
I see Ricky.
Yeah,
nice.
he says nice things. Ricky said very nice things about you.
Aw, thanks, Ricky.
Yeah, he said you're really hot.
Aw. Hi, Judy.
What's going on? And there we go. What up? Okay, so everybody's back on here. Anyways, yeah, so we went to the zoo today. We were going to take Kim, but she was having family day, and we ended up going out there and messing around. We met with Dan and this real famous guy, Jason Ryder. I don't know if you guys know him, but I ran into him. And he was the only thing Jason, if you watch this later, man, tank tops, man. Jason is the only guy that can make a tank top cool because tank tops, dude, that just screams chotch. Hey, I'm a chotch. But actually, he pulled it off. Had he been wearing white sunglasses, I would have left. That's right, Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh,
See that? And I want you all, before you all get all mad at what Jeff's saying,
He's allowed to say that.
read Joe's last name or Jeff's last name. Read his last name before you get mad at his comment. He is allowed to say what he wants. The Jew at the zoo. My God. By the way, let me put that back up so somebody doesn't screenshot that. That came from our good friend Jeff, who happens to be Jewish. He's allowed to say that about whatever he wants. Because they'll get mad at me. We might get kicked off. Because last time Jimmy was racist, they shut us down. I'm just kidding. He's never racist.
Yeah.
We don't believe in that here. We do. We do. Oh, Jeff, here we go. What's
Jimmy?
up, Kim? All right. Rachel, what's going on? There's Rachel. What's up, Rachel? How you doing? Yeah, so we were out there today and we were just standing there talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, are they with you? Come on in." So we ended up getting to go back inside the park. So thank you, Jason, for taking care of that. Wow, it's getting
Hi,
deep in here.
Rachel.
Rachel's getting excited. For a minute, I thought that was Ricky. It says Rachel. So awesome. Ricky, it's 2022. You probably can't say Jew anymore. I know, but Jeff can. Jeff, I'm gonna put it again. Jeff, where did you get my text? No, let me look right now, buddy. I was setting up earlier and I was dealing with calls, but I'll look right now, real quick.
Kim.
Man killed in I like this. Man killed in suspected alligator attacks. Anybody else know about that?
Yeah, I just saw that.
What do you think about it, Jimmy? I guess we should bring it up. Jeff, you're right. I'm opening it now to see what's going on with it.
Well, I think it's kind of, there's signs posted said, alligators live in these waters. Don't do this. Don't do that. And of course, he went in supposedly collecting like frisbees. You know, that frisbee game that you can throw frisbees into that metal chain. And I think he was out there collecting them and, supposedly he got attacked and killed. So, it's the alligator's fault now because he was swimming in waters that it said not to. So.
Oh my God, man! So what did the gator do? Like, was it just being territorial? Do we know anything about it, or are we just demonizing an alligator again?
Pretty much just demonizing an alligator. Fishing games out there with trappers, local trappers, and they're out there looking for probably numerous alligators. You know how that goes. They'll kill 10 of them to find the one. So he attacked the gator.
Very true.
According to this article I just pulled up, it says he removed his shirt, removed his billfold. Someone shouted a warning and he said, "Blank the gators," and jumped into the water and almost immediately yelled for help.
Which is really, I mean, what's really interesting about that is that, you get a lot of people that talk, but if you understand alligator behavior normally, even in the wild, and anybody who knows it, if you jump in the water, they're like, holy fuck, and they scatter. Okay. So there must have been something else going on there that we don't know about, or some antagonizing, or, it could have been a female protecting a nest or young. That's very true. I don't know how big the alligator was because most people don't know if it's they're always 15 to 21 feet when they tell me the story.
This article.
There's a disc golf course, and it was some homeless dude out of some shit. He was in the water getting frisbees for people for money and some shit like that. Okay. Idiot. All right. And then we have, sounds like the gator fucked him. Well, I really like Ricky tonight. Sorry about that. It's hilarious. Michael said, play stupid games and win stupid prizes 100%. He said, fuck the Gators, but the Gators fucked him. Yeah. And so I just
exactly
on a spectrum of behavior, there's got to be something else at play. I mean, were the alligators used to people there? I mean, what they're typing is, I'm just curious.
Says apparently that there were signs posted not too long before this of no swimming due to the alligators because a week prior they found a 10-foot alligator. He was spotted in the waters.
Okay. And so he decided to jump in the water, though, is what you're saying. And then
he basically just said, screw the...
Do you think he was bringing him food?
I'm still going down this long freaking write-up on this stupid thing from the news.
So this time of year, their behavior is a little different. I can let if somebody else like to explain that, because I mean Jimmy's really good at that. He can explain that because I say it a million times. I want to hear somebody else say it.
In my opinion too, I mean, this is breeding season. So that, like you said, demeanor changes, males are on the lookout and hunting down that special lady and, or vice versa, or that the female gator's protecting her area. But, the other thing is too, this guy could in and right on laying right under the water there, or he jumped or, something. It's just, Jeff, I think you're right, Jeff. I think you're right. Yeah.
They're not going to do that though. So we'll do it here. Obviously, if there's signs in there, you don't understand alligators, especially during breeding season. I mean, I don't think you would go in.
You stay out.
I can imagine. So I can imagine this, right? Joe doesn't know me. He's butt naked in his room and he's getting ready to balk the bottom out of something. And I just walk in his room. He's going to fucking shoot me. But if the sign on the door says, Joe's busy, do not enter, and I do it, then I chose death.
That's
I
true.
chose death. I mean, I chose death. So alligators right now are very sexual these days, as we all know. And even out at Deep Hole, we noticed early breeding season, Flavio we were out there with a bunch of people and we were walking around, and the minute you turn your back on some of those gators, man, there was a few of them that were coming back up like, listen here, this is our hole, kind of like that country song, this is my time. You know what I'm saying? And so we were watching it, and then Flavio was saying, okay, turn your back, and the person would turn their back and the alligator would move forward, and you kind of see that now. They know you're not looking, they're going to ambush you and stuff. But alligators, so Michelle's saying that, and I put it up before, some guy got bit in the face there in 2020 collecting Frisbees. So what I'm thinking is it's a park, not very
well, it's also
monitored
at night.
very well. People are feeding those gators, or they're stimulated by the Frisbees constantly hitting the water and causing commotion. So they know maybe to come after it. So it sounds like how big was the gator that killed this guy though? My God, it's a Frisbee course with the fucking thing like 19 feet up it.
They're
Brittany
leading
said
to
they were
believe that
signed
it's the
at
10-footer.
They don't even know what it was yet.
They
Ricky,
don't know.
get
They
your
know
swim trunks on. Get out there and get us a measurement. It's right by your house.
because the
It's a state
10-footer
park.
was seen. They basically are saying they're assuming that's what. But
everybody-
it also happened at
everybody
night. He
always
jumped
says
in
that.
at night.
This
So-
happened at nighttime?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there you go, jackass.
Okay. Yep, there it is.
So yeah, and everybody's like, "Oh, you shouldn't talk bad about the dead." Probably
A late night
the same one
swim
from
is
2020. Yeah,
heartbreaking,
that's probably
basically.
true. There. Thanks for coming on the show, Dylan. If I measure him, I'm taking him home to live in my pool. He's allegedly saying that, Mr. FWC, because Ricky would never free handle anything but snakes in his own snake.
Oh, you see that? The 2021 happened at 5 a.m. So both happened while it was still dark out.
Yeah, which is interesting, and that was cool
yeah.
that Dylan put that up there. He's probably right, but at every alligator attack, and I can remember this. Let's go back to when the father fed his child to the one at Disney, and it didn't work, and it drowned. I mean, I'm being serious, so fuck it. There's some tattoos we got to get, Ricky. If you remember what I'm talking about, I'm still game. Anyways, there's signs all over there. There's alligators in Florida. This was at night as well. I saw him interviewing. They were interviewing the guy, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know. It was between 4 and 8 feet." Now, for those of you that don't understand, if you look at like a 4-foot alligator, an 8-foot alligator is like a gallon jug and a breadstick. I mean it's completely different. I mean, completely. So that right there was just pure stupidity. Also, we know that the alligator didn't kill that kid, but all the sightings were of 10 to 15-foot alligators in that lake, which is not true. Definitely not true. And so they killed like 300 or 400, just to be truthful, in that lake from little to big. They just wiped them out. Wiped them out because of one mistake that a human made. And I understand that our government really doesn't care about alligators. Let's just be real. It's not somebody calls and goes, "There's an alligator down in Florida by my house looking at my Pomeranian," right? Just because it went by, like it goes by like this. What happens? We call on them and they have to kill them. So nobody goes, "Whoa, wait a minute. Can we assess some behavior?" No, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the attitude that's taken. So I just think that that's an interesting.
Yeah.
So the guy that was bit in 2020 has been arrested for trespassing in that pond twice before he was bit. Wonderful. The one I saw was probably at least 8, but there's a shitload in that lake, so there's signs all over the place. Understood, so you shouldn't be in it, especially during breeding season, folks. The Darwin Award goes to not unless alligators are made of money. Yeah, that's exactly it, Jeff. I agree. We've in the wildlife world, we've demonized a lot of animals. It's very hard to demonize a native animal like an alligator, because it is one of our, we shouldn't even have a state bird. It should be an alligator.
For Florida, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
with you on
that's
one.
it. And really, we are the only place where crocs and gators live together. So it should be like the doubleheader, Florida, with the crocodile and the alligator. Because most people are pieces of shit. I'll say it again. Most people are pieces of shit, and so they go by their own basic thought pattern of what they should do with something else's life. And I think that those out. We've been here first. We need to be a little bit different. So people will either feed it because they think they're helping something. Let's feed it bread and everything like that and do that. Terrible idea. You're just making a murder case for an alligator. And I think there should be some intelligence and behavior that goes behind collecting these alligators. That's what I think, because 9 times out of 10, they're not doing anything to anybody. They're really not even a threat. Just because they're passing through a retention pond does not make them a threat. I feel bad for the ones that just come out and walk in the street, because the minute they're in the street and a neighbor takes a picture, what do they call, man? What happens? We all know what happens. So while somebody else talks, Jimmy, feel free to chime in, and I'm going to post a little bit of the people and what they're saying.
I mean, unfortunately, like the e-gator calls and stuff like that, these alligators are still caught, and unless that person can rescue them or bring them somewhere to a facility, they're put down too. Wrong place, wrong time. And unfortunately, that alligator, he can't speak up for himself. He was just walking across the street, minding his own business, and that's what happens. And it's unfortunate. It really is. You know what? If that was just a normal cat or dog walking across the street, that shit doesn't happen. So, why should alligators be any different? They shouldn't be.
Because it's easy to demonize a monster. Like I know a lot of people that dislike pit bulls and stuff. Now, they're not my choice dog, but I think they're a decent dog. I don't think they make a shitty dog, okay? It's not like my favorite dog in the world, but everybody's got their favorite, Jimmy's his pit bulls. But at the end of the day, that dog doesn't bite and hurt as many people as a Cocker Spaniel. So, a lot of these dogs that are one of the most top bites complained about is a Chihuahua. So
the smaller
we
dogs,
can demonize a big blockhead, because they're always seen in all the pictures with the roughnecks and the guy with a gold chain that's like 80 pounds around its neck, rap videos, rap songs. So you start making these things look like monsters and thugs, and they're really not. They're not a bad dog. Well, there's some that are shit, but most of them aren't. And so they demonize it. So there's 100 dog attacks a day, I'm sure, or more in certain areas, right? But the first time,
let me just show you how how bad pit bulls actually are. Okay, that's Sarah's little niece in our pit, and she's kissing our pit right on the forehead.
Such a horrible.
Such a terrible dog. Vicious.
And that's my point. And that's my point. But so let's just say in one small area, there's 100 dog bites a day, right? Attacks, bites, whatever you want to call it. With that being said, out of 100, one of them is a pit bull. It's next on ABC 10. Pit bull destroys young child. Okay? Not Chihuahua maimed a baby's finger or bit his dick off, because that's about the height it would be. As the baby was walking naked through the house, right? It's flopping all around. A Chihuahua would bite it. So what's the kid going to do? He's going to pull back. He's going to scream and run, and it might pop off. But they're not going to talk about that because a pit bull bit an old lady in the butt cheek when she was stuffing her car with groceries.
Well, let's ask Kim. Kim, you deal with dogs on a daily basis, right?
Don't you tell the truth.
You do. You handle dogs. You're with them, and most of the time, is it the large ones or the small ones that you really have to worry about?
Well, usually it's the small ones.
And this is coming from someone that works with them daily. So, well, not right now because you're on vacation, but
Yeah, I was like, typically the small ones are a little nastier, and they don't give any warning sign compared to a large dog who will definitely give you a warning or communicate they're pissed off before they bite.
Yeah,
I don't want anyone to misunderstand me. I'm not saying that big dogs don't bite. I'm not saying that.
But they're better at communicating.
Exactly.
Little dogs don't communicate. They just
because little dogs are sneaky, man. Let me tell you,
little dogs are like Cuban crocodiles. they just attack.
They do, and let's just put it this way: if American bulldogs, Shar-Peis, German shepherds, pit bulls, any of those had the temperament of a fucking Chihuahua, we would not be able to keep those animals in captivity. There would be 10 mutilations an hour.
That's true.
Jeff, I don't want your dog.
I wanted to do a quick correction to the alligator case.
Okay.
So CNN was reporting this case on their website and matching it to the gentleman who basically said F the alligators and jumping in the bayous, who then was also killed in the same way. So they didn't actually break it up. It read as the same incident. So I just reread it again, and they're comparing it to the incident of a guy who jumped in, but the man in Florida was actually 47 years old. He was an older gentleman in the
He was
water.
a very
doing
old
this.
man. At least he lived a long life.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Oh,
should know.
my God.
Anyway,
A
so he was
good long life.
47. So
Oh
the
my
guy
God. Low blow.
was younger.
he-
Low blow.
He graduated with the myth and the legend Jesus Christ. The white one. is
Joe,
actually
that
like
got
Jesus.
Joe. Joe
So,
almost
anyway, so
said
that's the
something
minor
just then.
correction. So that's the minor correction there. So they wrote the article as if it was like one whole reading of what this guy did and so on and so forth, but that's actually not the case. They were comparing it to the incident that took place in the bayou in Texas.
Okay, there we go.
So
Okay.
stupid.
That clarifies things. You're still an idiot to go in there and
So
collect frisbees if
stupid.
it was at night.
Yeah, so all
I'm
that's
gonna rescue
still
this alligator. His new name is
is also
Killer.
the same.
He should. He's a alligator with a Pomeranian attitude.
It's so stupid, though. I mean, they're saying that there were signs posted everywhere. Obviously, gators have been seen in larger sizes at that location. And ever since the other incident that did happen in 2020, they actually intensified, according to that article, how many signs were depicted and not to get in the water no matter what.
But I want to know. Here's the details I want to know.
So
How did this
is
motherfucker,
ridiculous.
who now made a bad name for alligators,
go
go to the other side? Like, how did it happen?
I don't know. It doesn't
Did
even
he
say in the
drown?
article.
Did it bite him in the neck and he bled out while he was running out like a good movie? What was it like?
He
I
probably
don't know.
drowned. That's my opinion. He probably
I
drowned.
remember a
Probably,
story. Let me
you're
tell you
probably
something.
right, Jimmy.
This is a true story, and you can try to research it. Years ago, back in the early 2000s, there was this giant alligator, and he lived right in Tavares area there in Florida, and he lived under this big bridge, and I forget the name of the restaurant. There was a big restaurant out there.
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay, and so
Hurricanes.
these kids,
It was hurricanes at the time.
yeah, these kids, there was a 13-year-old girl or something like 13 or 14-year-old girl. She ratted on some drug dealers. So they drug her down there. And they teased the alligator.
Dead River.
And they gave her to the alligator. Okay.
Dead River.
They were pulling on her while she was alive, folks. And then they found her body and they're alligator attack. And then like a year later, they found out what happened. It was like the true story and everything went into the whole effect. Now, there was another incident by me. I go into the Hillsborough River all the time. All right. I go in all the time. Thank you, Mom. That's right. It was Dead River Vicks. That's what it was
I
called.
just said that.
No, you didn't. You said Hurricanes Titty Bar.
Yes, and then I said
But,
I did not. I said Dead River. That's what it was.
I
Dead
think you're
River.
lying. I think this is a
Judy
lie.
heard me. Mom, you
She
heard
did
me.
not hear it. That's why she
I heard Dead
corrected me.
River.
Dead River Dicks.
Thank
Anyways,
you, Jimmy.
so this girl went up to this alligator who happened to only be about 6 feet long under the log. The alligator got terrified. He couldn't run up the hill, so what did he do? He just jumped. He was trying to get across the kayak, and she's trying to kick at him because she's scared. Well, she kicked him right and put her foot in his mouth. Now, when it was listed, it was oh my God, it was a gator attack on the Hillsborough River. When they finally got done with all the interviews, some of the witnesses, they said she went underneath it, scared it. It jumped, and when she got scared, she screamed and kicked it and kicked it and kicked it. And then it just right in its mouth.
That's ridiculous. Thank you, Ricky. Mm-hmm.
You know what, Ricky?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fucking Ricky.
Thank you, David.
How can I block Ricky? I'm blocking Ricky
Thank
right
you.
now. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm removing that, Ricky. That comment's going to be gone. See that, Ricky? It's gone. I removed it. Never happened. It never happened.
up.
Brittany, it never happened.
Okay. It never happened.
That's
Oh my
hilarious.
God.
That's funny. But yeah, that's kind of
That's
stupid.
awesome.
I mean, well, go get it, Ricky. You're on that
I
side
think
of
that's,
town.
what my biggest, this happens quite a bit. And I think it's really irritating is because a human does a stupid act and yet the animal pays for a human stupid mistake. And I just think at some point there has to come where it's like, you can't just kill every animal in the water because some idiot decided to jump in the water, and knowing the signs and knowing all the regulations is to be like, you know, it's not the alligator's fault. We had the signs up. This guy decided to be in the water. He shouldn't have been
you
in.
shouldn't be in there. Like I said about
So
Joe's room.
I just think
3
it's
behind the ear.
ridiculous. It's just stupid.
You know, I don't
It
like a lot
just-
of people,
it
as we
makes
all
me
know. I know
mad.
these people are people lovers here. I am not. And it takes a lot for me to actually really care to want to know who you are and what you're about. Usually I just stand there and look, and sometimes I don't even speak. But yeah, right.
It's true.
Did you say
It's
something?
true.
Sounds like some bird fart. What the fuck was that? But these are kind of people I don't understand. They come down from big cities. No offense, Joe, you're an animal guy. These big cities, all they've ever seen is a pigeon, a cockroach, and a rat. That's it. They're like, I want to live in Florida. There's a nature preserve area. We can live in it with their black BMW, with their little Porsche, and there's Steve Madden shoes or whatever the fuck those are. And then a sandhill crane comes in, sees himself in a reflection in a nature sanctuary area you can live in, pecks at the car. Now, these people are all upset. They're kicking a bird, throwing rat poison at it, but they chose to live there. Then they come out of they're scared to death of it. I remember a call a long time ago, and they said that there was a bunch of I was scared to go outside, and it was just the Knowles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a real story?
Yes. Yep. Stu, actually, Brittany, got sent out on it. He was working for a pest control company at the time. And he called me and he said, "You're not going to believe this, man. You're not going to believe this."
I believe it.
She thought there were alligators attacking her house. Alligators, man. They were at Knowles. That just shows you what kind of dipshits. Like, you can't pick up a fucking phone
Come
now
on.
and look and say,
Remember we
what
were
does an
using
alligator
the-
look like?
I see a new movie, guys. I see a new movie coming.
We were using
Yeah,
the
attacking you,
llamas.
Knowles.
We were using the llamas in a PR thing, and this lady
David, I
ended
saw
up
that
calling
too, bud.
FWC saying that we had ostriches out in the heat and we were basically abusing them. And the cops pull up with FWC and they're like, "So it's a llama and they're doing a fundraiser." And okay. I mean, she's like, "There's ostriches at this location." You remember that, Troy? Those
Yes, I do.
ostriches. It's a freaking llama. People, come on.
I don't
I
even know
remember when they
how.
called the police.
Have it all the time. We would have people like, "Oh my god, I love your emus." I'm like, how do you even answer? Like,
I can't. I don't even know what I would say. Thank you. You guys have a good day.
Exactly. That's all you can say. And you're like, did they literally just say emu? They've seen emus. They haven't. That's
another thing today we learned about that the bird flu influence is really bad right now. So even all the birds of prey and the animals that were outside, for those of you that are watching, they were outside. They were all taken in. So there was nothing on exhibit up at Zoo Tampa as far as birds that were not covered. Wow. So I got to think about that. Maybe I ought to bring all my homies in. Have enough. Romeo's my favorite. He likes Joe. When Joe walks by, he goes, "It's cute."
So ridiculous. Yes, we were stressing out our ostriches.
Yeah, he walks by like Joe. He walks in. He goes, Joe. He's like, "What's going on, Romeo?" Right? That's how he sounds. And Romeo goes, makes me laugh. Like today, he was having a salad, and Romeo was like, "Hello." It was pretty awesome. I love it. No, they're talking about direct contact, like if it drops a nugget on it and it gets in the bird dew, something like that. So there was this girl at Croc Fest one time sitting underneath a vulture.
Oh my God, stop.
Yeah, remember that? And this vulture took the biggest dump on her hair and shoulders.
That's disgusting.
It was up. What's up? What's up? It says Facebook user. That's cool. If that's your name. That's awesome. You can tell it's who you are, but it's glad to have you here. Dylan. It's a bird flu, of course. It's airborne. But no, it's not traveling. It's not. That's funny. It's not traveling like that. It's being able to have fecal matter hit them. So the animals that didn't have a roof, like some of the open exhibits, like the eagles that were out there, things like that don't have an entire roof, they had to bring in.
Makes sense.
Which I always look ridiculous. So I never know what I just feel ridiculous. I'm getting a lot of text messages too. But yeah, so they were pulling that kind of stuff in. It was pretty awesome. But yeah, this girl, have you ever smelled vulture shit?
It smells like fucking death. Like death.
Like it's bad because they eat death. They're death eaters.
Well, that's all they eat. Yeah, all they eat is death.
So when they shit, when that shit comes out of them, that's satanic when it hits the ground. Motherfuckers ought to be out there with Bibles and holy water on that motherfucker.
Vultures are like that.
Good luck.
I don't know, Jeff. Maybe not by a vulture, buddy.
That's
Maybe
true.
not
It was
a
bad,
vulture
Jeff.
poop.
It didn't happen to Kim. We were all standing there. Kim was sitting.
I could see like a hawk or an
and I
eagle,
was
but a
looking down. My
vulture.
foot was on the bench. I remember it. And I heard this.
Do you think if you get pooped on
Kim's
by a
like,
vulture, it's like America's
Oh
version
my, what
of
is
like
that? And Flavia
the
goes, that's
banshee?
vulture shit. Oh God.
You
And
know
it
what I
looked
mean,
like
Jimmy?
melted
What's that?
pudding.
I said, do you think when somebody gets pooped on by a vulture, it's like Americans' version of like a banshee? Like
Like
if this
bad luck?
happens to you.
Yes.
Because it's
Maybe.
it's like because they
Yeah.
eat death. They're like the death bird. Every time
Oh,
you see them, it's
God,
like
I
there's
can't
death
even
lingering
imagine.
nearby.
I was like, how is that good
Just
luck?
saying.
They are garbage men of the wildlife. You know what, Samantha? I really like the way you're writing that there. That's some good grammar. I love it.
They are. They are. You're right.
That's true.
How
That is
people
how they get possessed. I'm telling you.
That's
No wonder
awesome.
you're fucking weird. It all started after that too, Jeff. She went crazy. Sacrificing things and stuff. She's not possessed anymore because she feeds baby animals with straws. Or as Joe would say, a strayer.
Aw.
I love this guy, bro. This guy makes my day. If I had a camera all day long and I could roll around with Joe and we go to the drive-thru, they're like, hello, welcome to such a, what can I get for you? He'll go, yeah, can I get a one of those with a hey, you got Coke Zero? Is that all for you? No, but I just love it so much. Like, anything else? Yeah, like a it's like we're gonna whack somebody the way he's talking to him. It's awesome. I love it. I was doing Stuck on a Beach and a flock of pelicans over, and it was like bombs doing smelled like rotten fish. Oh God, David, I'm sorry about
Yeah,
that,
that's
man. But yeah, that's
sorry.
look at him, he's still laughing about it. Yeah, can I get a the guy's like, yeah, I just offered it to you, sir. What? And then what's your name? Sal. He always tells him his name is Sal. So he's pretty funny sometimes.
Sal.
He is funny all the time. I can't read him half the time. I'm like, you okay, man? Yeah. Yeah, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't know. You look like a dog died.
I did that the other
I'm having
day.
a good time.
I
I'm
kept
having a
checking
good
in.
time.
I'm like,
We're like, I think
Okay,
Joe's dying
Joe.
over there. He's like, what? I'm having a good time. I'm just having a good time. But yeah, it was a good day all in all. Jason's a fun guy to be around. We got to hang out with Dan a little bit. He's one of the curators at the Zoo Tampa. And they put a lot of new stuff in, man. Like there's some really nice exhibits now. They put a lot of shit in.
There's a lot of upgrades. Looks a lot better.
Yeah. They're really, they're really putting a lot back into their exhibits and stuff. So
That's awesome.
and it's hard today to find good help. So it's probably not a lot of good people they can rely on too.
yeah,
He's
that's
got the
probably
Bronx
true.
face. Right now, we got, and he's smiling now. Doing really good. As a matter of fact, he was in here when we started, David. For those of you who knew, the show Roo is our kangaroo. He was in here while I was trying to set up, and he would like pull on the cord, and then I would have the microphone cord over there, and then he would like pull it, and so I'd be like sitting here trying to talk, and it would go over and like stop pulling the cord, and I had to pull it back. So I put him to bed. Michelle said
That's
her
funny.
New York accent comes out when she's pissed off.
Me too. I went
Oh, there it was. Me too.
Yeah, so he's like, me too.
Me too.
Yeah, but
My mother said she's disappointed that she got no pictures today.
we should have done that, man. We should have done that.
That's awesome.
I got to do something here real quick. Let me touch this like this and put this like this.
Jimmy, are you frozen?
No, I'm
Oh, he's
just
smiling.
I'm just
Look how
taking
beautiful
it
he
all in, bro. I'm just taking it all in.
It was his face.
I like how people come to me to come and go, man. I'm just trying to, a lot of my shirts.
It was your
I have
face. You
good
just
shirts.
look
We-
so like
Me
you're
and
in
Joe bought
shock
these
about
shirts.
something.
We're going around in the neighborhood. I know you guys can't see them unless I stand up. It says, "You have a second to talk about our Lord and Savior, Satan." So we're gonna go knock
Oh
on
my
doors with these
gosh.
shirts this week, and I'm gonna carry like a fake book, so it looks like we're converting people.
I'm game.
I'm serious. I'm doing it. I think we should film it. Brittany should come and film me knocking on people's doors. Excuse me. Do you have
Oh,
time to talk about our Lord and Savior?
I look like the innocent one out of that group. Yeah, they would totally.
No,
open
you
the
would
door for
not.
me,
You'd have to
and
wear a
I'd be
mask,
like, "Here you
like all the
go."
other dipshits that video shit.
The only way the door's getting answered,
That's
Brittany,
true.
is if you're there next to them. That's the only way the door's getting answered.
I'm like,
That's
hi,
true.
do you have a moment to talk?
No, I'd be best if like I knock and go, "Have you met our Lord and Savior, Satan?" And point to Troy.
What's
Oh,
that?
God.
What I do?
I said, you go to the door and I would knock and say, "Have you met our Lord and Savior?" And then I'd be like, "Satan," and I would just show you.
No, that would be awesome. No, but I think it'd be a good thing to do. We had fun with it. I think we'd get some really bad reactions. You son of a bitch.
No, of
You know what
course
I'm
you
doing
would.
Sunday? I have to go
Definitely.
shopping Sunday morning right around 10:30 at Publix, right across from Bay Life with this shirt on.
Oh man,
Oh,
those
God.
you're gonna get so
I'll
many
come
faces.
with. I just got upside down cross tattooed on my face. I know you did. See? All the
Are you
sickos are here
serious,
today.
Ricky?
All the
Are you
sickos are. He
serious?
really did. He did, Brittany.
Where did he get it done? Where?
Probably at the shop he works for.
No, I mean like where on the face? Like
Oh,
right
like
here?
right here. They're like right around here.
Yeah, on the side of his eye.
It's right on the side of his eye.
Oh, so it's right here. Oh, okay.
It's really what happened was.
He killed
I
Jesus.
just, I could imagine like this cross.
I think what it is really, what it is like he's showing that it fell. No, it fell. It was like sitting on the corner of his eye, and it was like this, but it spun down and hung down like that
It's like a teardrop.
because he killed
He
Jesus.
killed Jesus. It's a cross.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
God. Maybe today.
Just order one that says maybe today, Satan. Did you do
'Cause
that? That's
Because that
awesome,
shirt that always
Jeff.
says not
We will
today,
have-
Satan, not today.
We will do.
That's awesome.
We will, because it just makes people mad. I think one episode will be the Satan show, and I'll bring everybody on with their Satan shirts just to get everybody upset. It was top heavy.
Good Lord.
Yes, I'm serious, Jeff. We'll do that. The nail.
Oh.
Oh, I got you. Okay, it was top heavy. He was. That's why he fell. But you said it's because he killed him.
He wiped Jesus.
He whacked him. Can you guys hear him talk?
He said, hey.
The son of a woman.
Oh man. Ricky.
Holy
I love
shit.
it, Jeff. I'm just going to leave that up for a little bit. That's one of the best things I've ever seen.
Holy shit.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry for anybody.
my-
Remember, it's all humor. We all
Oh
have.
my God. Jeff. Wow.
I could go far with this, Jeff, but I'm not going to. I'm getting tempted, but I'm done.
I'm
done.
gonna pull an Amber Heard
I'm
here
done.
and just pretend I've got something on my face for a
Yeah,
second.
some people get on here, man. They're like, Troy, I can't believe you were doing that, talking about that.
My
I'm like,
God.
oh, it wasn't me. Did you read the comments? I was just keeping
was
it cool.
pla-
But
I
yeah,
was-
so
I was being
I
a
guess
good
I better
host
do
and
this
playing
disclaimer.
off my
Nobody
comments.
here cares about anything as long as you ain't hurt nobody. Color, sex. I mean,
That's
you can
right.
even be identified as a purple gay gecko, and I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I would bring one on here. If I met someone that identified as a purple gay gecko, that motherfucker sitting right here because I got to hear that story. It's awesome. Wouldn't you want to hear it? So there's a lot of, we don't care. We just make a lot of jokes. So for those of you that are secret watchers and you're going to crop some of this and show how bad we are, here's the disclaimer in the show.
We do it again.
All right. When people say the Jews killed Jesus, my reply is we do it again. All right. Well said. Well said, Jeff.
Jeff.
So, but we like to have fun here, and it's all in good fun. If you're offended, log off. Log off.
I'm offended. What do I do?
Leave.
Okay.
Jeff.
Good luck,
make my
Kim.
day with that shit.
You're
It's
gonna like
fun.
walk out of
But
the door.
anyways, we're all laughing and we're thinking about how
Right.
it went down. Jeff's comments were like, man, I guess they did.
I mean, they really did.
Huh?
Because that was after the Egyptians. So they were pretty powerful by then.
Yeah, they didn't
Right?
Stay, they didn't stay oppressed very long after that.
They did not. They did not stay oppressed very long. They rose up and killed Christ. Bro, that's neck and neck with Hitler if you think about it.
Woo.
You got to think about it.
That's why the Jews run
Going
the world
down
now.
quite a road.
They do. Joe's right. They do run the world, man.
Punches his mic, Pilot. Can't with him.
I love Jeff. Jeff's allowed to say that once again, folks. Jeff, his last name is Goldblatt. Okay, last one. All right, all right. Jeff's allowed to say that. Okay, let's not everybody get mad. Jeff's allowed to say it. Take it up with him. It's on Facebook at Jeff Goldblatt. You can find him there. Argue about it there. Argue about it there. But yeah, we just try to have a good time and laugh.
You
I
didn't
thought it
like
was
the
a lot of fun,
comments
so.
tonight, blame Jeff Gold.
And I don't know. I think they're fun. I think the Jew at the zoo. I think that's fantastic too. So
Oh my God.
that's Jason. That's our boy Jason.
Oh yeah.
He was wearing
Wasn't
a
he
tank top.
on? Wasn't he?
He was
I know.
wearing a tank top. A tank top.
Jason will log on about the last 3 minutes. He'll say, "Hey," and
Yeah,
check
he
out
will
the comments.
because he's got his children. He's got to put his little guys down. You know,
Exactly.
his little girls down.
Well,
And
he'll put 'em to
they were a
bed and then
blast
get on.
today. What a wonderful bunch of kids. His little kids were awesome. My niece and nephew were tearing down the zoo, and his kids were just great.
They were not. Oh my God.
Brittany's daughter just about ripped the goddamn carousel down because she wasn't allowed on it. I mean, Brittany was pulling her off the bars. She broke 2 bars, and then waited until she wasn't looking and tried to run to the exit. Left her stroller, the whole fucking thing, screaming like her head was on fire, down to the place.
Oh my God.
Jason's kids were
Bimini,
like,
listen, Bimi's a
Hold
rough
on.
little, she's a roughneck. You aren't going to stop her from doing what she wants to do. That is just that.
yes, Justin lives in a
So.
fucking tank top, and he's a goddamn psycho. So he has an excuse. He also has a Cadillac tattooed above his dick. So he's allowed to do that. And he can wear white sunglasses too.
Oh God.
That's awesome, David. More power to you, though. Not for me.
Yeah. Kids are something else. Finn was good today. He was good today. He was creating videos most of the day.
That's cool.
So mhm.
Yeah, he was having a good time. We were playing Splash Effect. And then Joe thought he was going to go over and watch the splash zone. And then what happened to you? I don't know why you didn't realize that the ground was wet.
He was
I come back
leaning
around
and
the
when
corner
that
and Joe's standing there, he looks over at me and water's still pouring off his hat. I'm like, what did you stand there for?
he literally I was standing there and I looked over and I was like, why is he standing right there? And whoosh, just took him out. he literally did the Joe smirk and laugh too. Like he looked back and was like, yep, totally just happened.
I'm like,
And
I
it
looked at the
did.
ground. I'm like, you didn't know the ground was wet? Like, that's not the only place it rained in Florida. Come on. And he was just
wet.
drenched. He was like, looked over with that look on his face. And I just remember the water dripping off the corner of his hat. I'm like, wow, you took a whole bunch of water there, didn't you?
I don't know how you
Right,
didn't
Jimmy?
see it earlier.
He's like, what?
That was funny.
I'm sorry. What? What'd he say?
What?
Poor Jimmy.
Plead the fifth. I'm Jimmy. I didn't hear.
I don't
any of
even
that
know what the fuck
vulgarity.
you're talking. I'm not. I was reading comments. I wasn't.
Oh
paying
yeah.
attention.
There's a bunch of them here. Oh, speaking of that, how are the broads doing? Broad
They're
snouts,
doing
guys.
good.
I'm not degrading women. Broad snout caimans build nests and stuff, right? They're doing good.
Yeah, she's laying on it tonight, still raking the leaves up and the plants.
bro,
She's
that's
still
amazing.
just scraping it, dude. She is like, the nest is humongous.
I'm so
it's
excited.
probably a good 4 foot tall. So
I saw from the pictures, man. It looked pretty cool. Those are cool, man. Those are cool.
yeah, hopefully she.
I'm glad. I hope
she's
she
not
pops a
doing
bunch
this
out.
bullshit and
Bunch of little
hoping that
nuggets.
she really does it. I took this morning, or no, tonight when I was walking. I don't know if you can see it. She's
Yeah, I see
laying there.
Oh my god.
Oh, you danced while she laid there. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm thinking she's gonna pull the rest of this all up here.
Oh yeah. I see what you mean. She's on top of it, dude. You keep an eye on her, man. Those should drop anytime.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I see her. She's looking sneaky. See that ass up in the air? How's she treating the male? Have you separated them yet?
No, I haven't had to. I've been watching them daily. They still lay with each other. I mean, they just ate yesterday, and they did great with each other. So until I see her be aggressive,
Until the eggs drop, and she's like, "Bitch,
yeah,
you're not allowed near my pile."
That's right. Well, his side is already ready to go. It has its own pool.
Yeah, that's why I was just wondering how he was acting still.
Yeah, no, they seem good together.
All right, hold on now. Here we go. So Samantha said, "How is Luke the opossum?" That's to you, Jimbo.
Luke is doing awesome. Doing awesome. He's settling great. I handle him every day, and he's out there probably just waking up. So
who's that guy?
But
isn't he famous?
oh, there he is. There he is.
We just talked about you today, Jason, wearing a tank top. You're the only guy that can pull that off without looking like Chachi. Don't wear white sunglasses, Jason, ever.
No, Jeff, we're not going to let her. We're going to pull the eggs and incubate them ourselves. We're not going to leave them in.
Yeah, we've got a big incubator set up for that. Glad to hear,
And
Jimmy.
And David, yes, I do. I constantly add nest material into it,
Listen.
David. So.
Although he did look pretty attractive in that, didn't he? I mean, I gotta say,
I do.
I saw when he wasn't looking. I saw you.
Oh
looking,
my
man.
God,
I looked like when he-
Joe.
I'm not really jealous. I mean, you look really good, Jason. I hope
Oh,
don't let
that's
your girl hear this.
hilarious.
That might cause a problem. I want to be there. You want to be there to see how sexy Jason is, or about around the eggs, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm curious because Jeff, if you want to see the eggs, bro, I can't promise you'll see eggs, but you can come out and see the broad snouts. So
I remember
This could
Joe
go
and I
either
were in
way,
Orlando.
Jared.
We stopped to see Samantha. We almost died going into the restaurant with the lightning storm.
Oh,
She's like, yeah, there's a little place after work. Now, Samantha used to be one of our educators at the zoo, and she now works at Animal Kingdom. So we were over on that side of town, and she was getting out, and we went to see her. My
Very
God,
cool.
electrical storm. We couldn't even get out of the car. Right when I got to the door, it was so crazy, like it electrified the handle.
I love Animal Kingdom.
It is a tough choice, Jeff. It is. Because Jason.
Do you need some time to think on it, Jeff?
I'm
Jeff,
telling
I
you,
think you should
he
go
was
see
listening
Jason.
a little bit, dude. He had a 5 o'clock shadow.
Jimmy.
I mean, he looked like you did, Jason. You look like a delicious ice cream cone.
Oh my God.
It did look pretty good, didn't it?
Oh my God.
You can tell the truth.
Poor guy. He like totally turned on the show. I had no idea what he was getting into.
No.
So Jason, he said that's why he stood by the splash zone to cool yourself off. I know. Just watching him daddying it up in that tank top, man, got me excited.
Oh my.
A dill.
Joe. Jeez.
Oh, Jason said, save the hot toppings for yourself.
Oh my God.
The hot toppings. Oh.
Oh,
Man.
Oh.
Jeff, Joe's known for that northern root cream, buddy. Oh my God. Jeff said if you can get Jason to lay a broad snout egg, we're in business. We are.
I'm coming to see that.
Can you
too.
imagine
That's
having
all I
broads?
gotta say.
Little broad snout riders, dude. That'd be awesome.
My
Those
God.
things would have the best teeth. They'd just be smiling when you took them out of the cage. Like,
That's awesome.
bro, I love that guy can smile, can he? He looks happy. Just being around him. Sometimes I try to touch him when he's not looking and get some happiness. He's a lot, though. I think if you put your whole hand on him, he'd pop.
He'd pop.
the all spark.
You want
The
the all
All-Spark.
spark? You can have it.
The
The
All
All-Spark.
Spark. Yes.
God dang, what a good
That
time.
should be his new nickname. All Spark.
He has to do it in a tank top, though, Jeff said. Tank tops. I don't know, man. I have a hard time with tank tops. I
I
do.
don't like guys in them. It's
Normally,
just
yeah, but he doesn't. He's not all like scummy looking, like like I mean, like I guess if he was like Travis Barker or something, it'd be cool.
But
He looked
but
clean,
like,
though, but
yeah, you can pull it off.
Most of the guys that do it,
Look douchey.
Putting on a tank top.
there you go. Thank you, Spring. I appreciate that. No, so if you if you put it if you go out to the parks and you see them, it's always the guys that try to be like all buff and they got like a strawberry little tattoo up here, something real small.
Yeah,
And they always have a tank top on or walking around like the situation. And that's just
it's true.
you are big though, Jason. You're pretty buff. I'll give you that. Pretty buff. I mean,
He's got nice skin.
he does too. Just how beautiful it was.
Yeah.
I watch it. For those of you that really want to see how sexy he is, you can go to Disney Plus and you can watch Secrets at the Zoo. And he is one of the main stars on there. So make sure you have your napkins and your lotion ready.
Oh
this time of
my
year, so you
God,
You might get ashy.
dear Lord.
Yes, I did. The strawberry tattoo, Samantha. I just said it.
It
Strawberry
is very
tattoo.
funny.
We would like to show some of Ricky Martin's tattoos, but we would be kicked off forever and probably removed from the country. We'd lose citizenship. The stuff that Ricky has tattooed on himself. Oh my God.
Citizenship.
Oh my God.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So last night we were since Cody's mom's on here, I was putting away the animals. Joe fell asleep downstairs in the living room, and Cody was asleep flopping his dick around. Joe woke up, and Cody's just down there flapping around. He has a weird face. Like, Joe's like, yo, what are you doing? Where's Troy? He goes, oh, I think he went to bed.
Oh, my God.
They would ban him. Yes, it would be banned for good. Yeah, so I guess he was playing the devil went down to Georgia on that thing in his sleep, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it was something like that.
It's weird. Like, I think he was just scratching, just flapping it all around.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. It's not the first
Poor
time.
Joe.
It
Sorry
wasn't
about
Joe.
that, Joe.
Joe wasn't doing it. Joe
No,
was
I'm not.
bothered at the time.
That's not what I'm saying. I feel bad that he had to wake up and witness that.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's what I meant. Sorry for Joe
Yep,
to have
absolutely.
to wake up and witness something like that.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's terrible. Jason, I hope
My
your children
thoughts are
listening.
with you, Joe. My thoughts are with you.
You know, as we get into the last 10 minutes, we always get to the late night hour where it gets just really bad. Joe was the victim, Jeff. You
Yeah.
can't unsee that.
Definitely cannot understand.
No.
Looked like he was trying to take a catfish off a hook, I guess.
Was it out?
No, I think it was in there, but it was like fighting around inside, like I was doing like this.
He was like,
Oh.
yeah.
Like taking a catfish off a hook.
Joe's
Jim.
like, no comment. Yeah. Just yeah.
Fun.
Oh, somebody said hi, Pam. Is Pam in here? Did I miss that? Did I miss that? Let me look. Holy crap. I must have missed it. I didn't see that. I see that you wrote that, so that's cool. But I didn't see that Pam's in here. Pam,
I
you
didn't
probably-
see anything with
you
a
probably
Pam.
log off. Joe, if you need a hug, I got you. I know I hug him too. His leg's touching my leg right now. It's warm. This guy puts off some heat. He's like a chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
There you
Oh.
go, Pamela. There she is.
There's
We're talking
Pam.
about terrible things right now, so we probably should.
She's Pam's watching.
Yes, Pam is watching. Oh, that's really good. That's great. 2 high school friends from 70 years ago.
Yeah.
I can't believe that guy died at an old age of 47 with that alligator, though. That's fucking unbelievable.
Oh, guy.
Not at that age.
That age.
47, he can't handle that.
Oh.
You'd have to talk to Justin. I don't deal with monkeys, and I don't know how that works. You'd have to reach out to Justin on that one. But I will put a capuchin hat on Cody and ship him back to you. 50 years ago. Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
So that guy, there was an old man, Ma, that got killed by an alligator at 47.
72. Yeah, that's right.
Serious.
Oh my God. It says in the article, literally, older gentleman the age of 47. I didn't. It's in the article.
I don't know why Jimmy's laughing.
What do
He's
you
the
want
oldest one
from
here.
me?
Yeah, I may look like it, but I'm not.
You are looking pretty good with that, Jimmy.
No.
You
Baby
got that.
face
You finally
Jimmy.
got you're a distinguished genuine now, man. Look at you. Distinguished gentleman. Look at that. Mom, I
Guy
don't
has a
think Pam wants you
Wolverine
saying that, just so you know. I think that you're kind of, she might not like that.
Yeah, fam. She's like, don't put out that number out there.
I'd come back to haunt the writer if that was me. Yeah, I would too. An older gentleman, 47, died. But like Jeff, I mean, you can't handle him at that age. You should stop. I know a couple short guys that would call to help me out. Are we just playing compliments? Oh, that's nice.
Playing
That's nice.
compliments.
That's really
You started
nice.
the compliments. Started with a tank top. You started the compliments.
He died too young. That's right. That's right. Here lies stupid. Died an old man swimming around in here. Joe and I found a cemetery, and in the cemetery there were stones that said some terrible things like "pirate found dead in the woods." So it said on there,
Yeah, I think
buried
that's
here,
so cool.
1891.
What?
Yep. And then there was like one was like something about slaves. There were slaves in there. I won't repeat that stuff, but it wrote slaves in there and stuff. There was a slave. It was weird. Man killed in bar. Remember, shot over $1 or whatever. It was put on the stone. So they don't know who it was. So they just put weird
That's
shit down. And then a snitch.
crazy.
He found the
Obviously,
snitch on the
pirate.
stone where the guy that fucked with the mafia over there, and they killed him. and it said, "Here lies so and so." And I looked it up, and it's a real guy, and he snitched. So they killed the snitch, and it went on his stone for life.
Where's this at?
Tampa.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
I want to see that cemetery.
Yeah,
I
it's
want. You
really
guys
cool.
have to take me there. I want to go.
And there's like this really like, because Italians don't like anybody. That's it. All right. So, and I
Or the
learned that
mother.
too. So those of you who are Italian, that's terrible. But there's a cemetery, and you can only be Italian to be buried in it. Like, so I was reading everything there, and so like if I was Italian and I married a Jewish woman or a Puerto Rican woman, they'd have to be buried in a shit lot next door. They could not be in the pretty lot that he took me to. I'm serious. That was it. And their pictures were there and everything. I'm like, man, where's his wife? They're like, lot 17 over the tracks.
Oh my God.
I know. It was cool. The Italian American cemetery. It was
That's
pretty
crazy.
awesome. It was cool.
So their wives would never be buried with them?
I don't know. It's just the way it looked.
Oh, okay.
Because it said
Yeah.
Italian American only. You know what it said?
It did say that.
And the names were
That's
like,
crazy.
Al Pacino.
Well, Jeff,
Capone,
don't worry. Jeff, you wouldn't be
Capone,
buried there, buddy.
You know,
Wow.
there were cool names in there.
Wow, that's awesome.
Let's see here. We got, I better say that. Here, a person out in North Carolina, there's been sightings of possible Bigfoot. A lot of locals are stirred up. There you go, Brittany. Go hunt.
I guess I'm off
Go
to
find
North
that big guy in a
Carolina
monkey
again.
suit. I have an Italian grand from Naples. Oh, boy. Jeff, that cemetery is called the Bottom of Hudson.
I also want to be cremated.
I do too. I want to, you know what I want to do? I want to put her in the toilet. Look at Kim go.
I just don't want to be in a box for the rest of my life.
Well, you're not going to be in a box the rest of your life. You're going to be floating around. You're not going to be you're not driving that car anymore. It's parked.
No, but like I'm dead. I don't want to be in a box with worms eating me.
They don't eat you in there. You kind of dry and rot away.
You're
but,
not going to be there anymore.
In a box.
but you're not going to be in a box.
I will be in a box.
You'll be in a
not
little
gonna be
box
there
like this when they
anymore.
burn you.
No, I want to be spread.
That's like claustrophobic.
Thank
You're in a
you.
little tiny
Yes, I
box
don't wanna
versus
be
a
Oh, so
big
you're getting
box?
cremated too, Brittany? That's cool. I didn't know that.
No, I'm not getting cremated. I'm saying she's saying I don't want to be stuck in a box, but you're just exchanging for even a smaller box, which is like
I know.
like claustrophobic. Like
Yeah,
oh,
be in a vase.
That would be great, Jeff.
at least
that
if
would
it's
be
a big box, I'm laying there in an eternal sleep. Like I actually have a
Look at
nice
Jeff.
layout.
Jeff makes me laugh, man. I fucking love
So,
him.
Brittany, let me ask you a question. So, if you get cremated
Okay.
compared to being buried, with all the investigations you've done, have you got the same results from someone that's been cremated compared to being buried? Like in the sense of them, so it does have, so it's still okay. Like the spirit still lives on even when they're cremated.
Yeah,
Because according to
I've never-
Supernatural,
If you burn the bones, isn't it supposed to be like?
it just sends your spirit to your new destination, basically.
Yeah, it doesn't. There's no real. I mean, it really is just you're dead. It doesn't matter what happens to the body.
I know
after
you're
you
dead,
die.
you're
You're
dead, but I
you're
didn't know
still
if
dead.
burning
Yeah.
made a difference.
No, I mean, if you go by different cultures, like in
wanna put
Egypt
Joe in a
and
scoop.
stuff, I mean, yeah, you really don't. They were anti-burning the body because they believed that in the afterlife you needed your body, so you needed to preserve your body and your
I thought the
organs. That you
Egyptians
had
felt
that
like
for
that.
the
You
other
wouldn't see
life.
anything.
So, I mean, that was the big thing. Like when King Tut's body was discovered, they discovered that his body had been burned, so they were worried that he never crossed over.
Because my dad, he brought up to me a couple days ago. He goes, "I don't want to be cremated." He goes, "I want to be buried because
the alligator
after
pen.
seeing what you guys have done and how people can communicate," he goes, "I want to be able to come back and communicate, and I don't want to be cremated." And I was like, "I don't really know, Dad." I said, "I'll see if I can ask. I don't know."
Yeah, I don't
I
think
was
so. I
like-
think once you park your car and you're out of it, you're out of it. You know, the car's only running while
once
you're in
the
it. It doesn't
shell-
matter if it explodes or blows up or you send it to space. You're still away from it. So
I mean, the way to look at it is like you crack open a shell, there's the peanuts inside, right? So your
For a few minutes,
internal,
though,
your
not if you
soul
get
is that
involved.
peanut. So the moment that shell is done, the peanut moves on, you know? So all you're leaving behind
The
is just that
peanut?
shell. So that
the
doesn't,
hell are we talking about here?
people that are listening, I just heard what I said. I'm just
I heard
describing.
you, but
It's
the
just a
peanut
shell.
moves on.
It has nothing to do with your soul.
Well, like I said, when you park your
die,
car and you get
so
out of it, it's not on anymore. So if you went in the house to have a sandwich and a guy like Joe blew it up, you're still around. Doesn't matter if it's parked or burnt. It's the spirit's outside of it. So I understand.
I think it just comes down to
Or there's
your
nothing.
own.
You're just donezo.
your own personal, how do you want to be, how do you want your body to be? In that regard, it just comes down to your personal preference. Do I want to be buried, or do I want to be in ash?
Listen to this. I want you all to know that the real hero, the real man has entered the building right here. Kim, I'll throw you off a mountain. Don't worry. And you're not even going to be cremated. He's just going to throw you off.
Wow. Jake.
Fly like an eagle. He takes that shit.
Thank
Jake,
you,
you brought
Jake.
that
I'm
to
glad
a
he's
whole
here.
new
That's
level,
awesome.
buddy.
He probably just got done arresting someone.
That's hilarious.
When they found the burnt car, there's nobody in it, right? That's the same thing. Thank you, Jake. That's what we were talking about.
It's funny. It's like John
Don't
used
worry,
to say
Kim,
all the
I'll
time,
throw you
like,
off the
when I
mountain."
die, I just throw my body to the sharks and allow the sharks to eat me. Then I feel like I've done well. Like I've given back to nature.
The sharks are not
I
going
was
to eat
like-
ashes, dude.
No, not ashes. He was saying his body. Like when he died, just throw his body to the sharks.
Oh
John,
my god!
He used to say all the time, he's like, I don't care what happens to it. I don't need it. So if I die, just throw it to the sharks, and at least I've given back to nature.
Yeah, John's a dark motherfucker. He really
And I was
is.
like, no. I was like, we're gonna be buried together. He's like, oh, okay, or that's the option. Okay.
John would feed a lot of sharks.
Oh, 6'5".
He's a big dude.
Yeah. Feed them all.
Jake
off.
said, "Burned car, no body." Thankfully, yeah, that's good. It was probably stolen. You know how it goes. If it's all burned up, you can't get fingerprints off of it. Like Jeff said earlier, they're all in the bottom of the Hudson River.
Jimmy, also to
Can you
answer your
imagine if the
question,
Hudson
too,
River went dry?
the only time that there's ever been what they call a restless soul is when a body isn't buried at all or is lost in between, as they put it. So cremation and burying is the same thing. It's only when I have a head.
So
but I
would a
don't have the
lost
rest of the
soul
body.
be considered like say a car went into a lake and they died and was never discovered or found? Is that considered a lost soul?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't believe in that. I personally believe that when you die and your soul goes on. But there's those theories that are out there that those are the lost souls that are in between and waiting for someone to find their body so they can officially move on.
So the ghosts that come around are lost souls?
I don't know. Not all of them, no. There's just
I
theories
think if
of
you're
like,
in a car at the bottom of the
my-
Hudson River, that's your tomb. You're buried, just the same as if you're thrown in a.
well,
cardboard
that's what I'm
box
saying.
and
Like for
burnt
me
or-
personally, when you
Oh.
say I'm dead, you're dead. There's no in between for me.
Right,
Your
right,
soul's
right. No, I
gone,
understand
you're
what you
dead.
mean.
But there's
Yeah, right.
theories out there that say if my body was never retrieved by my family and I was
Right.
never properly buried, therefore I'm lingering, I'm a lost soul and I need
You
to be
did?
found. So like there
Okay.
was a couple cases where like there was a couple individuals that had these almost like visions, I would say, of like missing persons cases that were on and about. And they're like, there was this woman I saw her or whatever, or even mediums where these people were dying, but they were kind of like in a coma state and they were actually able to transcend and like lead people to their bodies because they weren't quite dead.
Cool.
So those I could kind of see where it's like that's a in between. They're about to go and cross over, but they haven't yet. If somebody can find their body in time, kind of situation.
Right.
But then I just have always believed that when you die, that's it. Like your soul's gone, you've moved on to the next level, and your body's all that remains.
Well, there has
Like,
to be some theory
that's
to
for
that
us.
because
That's it.
there has to be some to that theory because I mean, you can keep brains alive and keep a body alive, but brain dead is brain dead. You want to make sure
Exactly.
to turn that fan off a little bit,
Mhm.
just right in the back, just kind of lean to it. She's really cold. She's complaining about it. She's fucking up my pillows over here and sniffing on them. Right in the back of the handle, under the handle. She's like this, sniffing the pillow and stuff. There, he turned it off. Now you won't be so breezy. We got to keep it kind of cool in here when it's close to each other because it's like there's a lot of room and it gets warm in the studio with the lights and everything. So I have to run the AC unit, and everybody's a pussy. And you you're from Alabama. Should be used to the cold.
I didn't complain. I just grabbed a pillow. You're the one who said something.
Because you're holding it like it's Jake. Yeah, that's why.
All right, Jeff. See you later, Jeff. You have a good one, buddy.
Jeff, I'm going to get off
Bye,
anyways. We were
Jeff.
4 minutes over. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and end the show anyways. We can all say goodbye. We appreciate all the support and everybody coming out. Be nice to Kim. I'll put that up for you. I'm being nice to Kim. So thanks for coming out
That's
and
right,
supporting
Heidi.
us.
Be nice to
We
Kim.
had fun here. And what I mean by support is just coming in, talking to us, joking, giving us comments or arguing, whatever it may be. We love having everybody come out. Take it easy, buddy. I appreciate it, Jeff. We'll see you soon. Good night, Jason.
See you,
And
Jason.
we're going to log off. And if you want to,
Love you, Kim. I'm glad you're on the show.
make sure you check out Jimmy Riffle at Scales, Tails, and Teeth. Going to keep an eye on, open it up. Good night. Bye,
Bye,
Heidi.
Heidi.
Bye, everybody.
We're going off. We'll see you later.